Hi everybody, Brian here from quantlabs.net. It's been a couple of days since I've put up a video here. I've been playing around with the good old MotiveWave again. Playing around with exits. Ichimoku seems to work pretty good. In terms of the exit is another question. We got live signals as always on this. That's all cool. So let me just talk about one little thing first. If you're into what I'm doing and you want to learn and get some source code projects for MotiveWave Python bots, just come over to the DVD section here. It's 3 hours of videos, all for a whopping $10. And you can get, it's not really a DVD. I'll have one soon. But for now, I have the web edition on my website if you want to get it. With source code projects, downloads, code walkthroughs, and intros to MotiveWave. Pretty well what I'm going to talk about here. Alrighty, okay, so let's talk about MotiveWave. I gotta tell you, man, I am always what we call tickle me pink. I just posted on the forum. One of the things that I've been struggling with is stop losses and just exits generally, ATR. So I came in here and I looked for stop losses. There's different ones. There's ATR trailing stop losses. There's trailing stop losses. There's a whole pile of stuff you can go through. And I've not yet set them up. So let me first talk about what we got going on. Of course, we are doing good old crypto, which never closes, which is good. Let me show you the charts here. I'll show you how much green there is. Green, green, green everywhere, finally. Been a bad week. I am choosing this one right here, Tron and Tether. And I'm going to go over to it. So it's a blank chart. It's got nothing on it applied to it. Right now, I've been playing around, as I said, with a new Python script. If you get into my Python course, you'd learn what you can do with Python. Makes life a lot easier. And right now I'm just kind of playing around with stuff, and I want to do a test to see, when you get Ichimoku here, let's say in Bitcoin, this guy, usually there can be profit to be found, but a lot of times there's a lot of false signals. So one of the ways to control that is to just do that. Control it through other means by looking at things like the channels that we're using here, regression. There's a lot of ways to do it in parallel. It will eventually turn into a strategy, no doubt. Right now I'm doing everything visually through the template that I always do. But today I want to do a test, a really important test on exits. Which one's more profitable? Which one's more reliable? I put out a video earlier this week saying maybe I'll do a test, see if I can test the Ichimoku entry and exit signals alone, and if they work. I don't think they work. In this case, this will work really well, Ichimoku, with this kind of trend here. This is awesome. But what I want to do is I want to check out any stop losses or stop studies. I think ATR is a really good one, but developing them are just not fun. Okay, so we have here, looks like 4 different ones. Let me see if we have anything in a loss as well. No. So what we have here is we have different stop losses. So we have here elders, safe zone, percentage, trailing stop, volatility stop. Now I've never ever looked at these before. I just thought of this like a few hours ago. So good thing is, if you are familiar with MotiveWave, we've got everything clicking in the right check boxes. We got overlays and signals for all 4. So let's check them out. So let's do that. Now, hopefully if you go through that DVD, that will explain how this stuff works and the importance of these studies. You could do it visually, but I think on its own, MotiveWave is very powerful to do that. I like using studies because it helps automate what you're trying to do. And when you find things that work, it's really good, because from there you can then turn it into a strategy of some kind, combine it with other studies, and then be able to. Now, one of the things I do talk about in the DVD that I don't really list is the optimize feature, which enables you to test studies and strategies, really more strategies, to be able to determine what if you overall your strategy will work. And it may not work for everything, but you may get a combination of one or two instruments it will do wonders for. So knowing that, you can take your trading idea and run it once you get a working strategy and run it back test it against any asset class you want, and then you can determine if there's any potential of your strategy being a winner for, let's say, one particular instrument in the watch list that you use. So that is a very powerful feature in itself. But here, what we're looking for are these studies. So let me go back to the studies. Just thought I'd just deviate from that. Just it's really important for anybody who doesn't really know the power of what MotiveWave does. And a lot of people say, well, I'll save time by programming. Please. You could spend a year wasting your time and energy on things that just never work out. But here, visually, you can see it fast. So I'm going to apply, let's do the ATR trailing stop first. So as usual, we get our default parameters here. And another article I did put up earlier today about MIT. Anybody can pump out a model. The hard part is this, the parameters. What do you set it at? That's the difficult part. So here for now, I'm just gonna stay on with the particular defaults. So in here, let me just see. Okay, so we have here buy and sell. Okay, so let me look for if there's any markers here that will tell you. There's no markers here, so markers are the ones that go up and down. So it does generate signals, buy and sell, options, all the standard stuff. So let me just see what this thing looks like. So we got long, short. So we have a long line, short line, moving average line, and then the indicators in white and moving average in red. Okay, let's see what it looks like here. So. Okay, here we go. So here are some markers. Exit, sell, exit, sell, exit, 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 exit. So we're on a 15-minute time frame. Okay, I'm going to see if I can somehow... Okay, let me just go into... I think I can go into details here. Okay, so this is really important to look at. Okay, so in here we are missing some exit sell. I mean, right here you can tell to exit. This is a tough one to measure. So we do have exit sells. The question is, at what point does this little guy get generated? Here or here or here? It's obviously very useful if it's here. So it's still useful here. And here, I don't think it's generated there. But, okay, so we have, it looks like it's done on the second bar. Okay, so we have here ATR, ATR, ATR. Let's see, exit, exit. See here, what it's doing is it's telling you if you go beyond that default on the price of the ATR that you set, then yeah, it's going to tell you to get out. So it is useful. Obviously you can't get classic reversal here or here. Quite odd how it doesn't get the ATR here, but still, I think it's better than nothing. That's for sure. I just don't know how this thing works. Okay, so we can generate exit signals here for sure. Okay, that's cool. So let me get rid of this. Roll. So we're going to delete that. Okay, so we are in 15 minutes still. So, okay. So go back to the hourly. So let me try that on an hourly chart. See what we generate here, because that might matter. Because other problem, it might be too noisy. That's something that we need to factor in if we do an hourly. Okay. We got a lot of stuff running on this system. So we're going to do a stop ATR trailing, but we're going to do it on hourly. So we have our periods here. The other thing is if it self-adjusts these periods based upon, and I'm sure you can tighten these up as well if need be. I'm just trying to see generally what it says. Okay, so we'll do a create. How odd. I don't see any cell exit signals here. On the, got some lines here, or dots. Question is, am I missing anything? Or let me see if I do the 15 minute, if they generate. Yep, they do generate 30 minute. Okay. I know some people trade on the 45 minute. Nothing. Oh no, actually there's quite a few here. This might be useful. 15 minute might be a little noisy. Definitely maybe 30 minute might be good. Let's see here. Okay, we have a bunch there. We have an exit here. Odd. Exit, yeah. Exit. They do get generated, but they're not accurate. Like here, it breaks down. Okay, so that's cool. Let's check out some of the other ones. See, this is one thing I love about MotiveWave. Just be able to do this visually. Save yourself a ton of time. Now, I'm going to go with the volatility. Oh, sorry, we got to get rid of these this indicator here. Okay, so we're going to do the volatility one because of, obviously crypto is very volatile. All right, let's see here. Okay, so we're going to do the volatility stop. See what that one's about. Okay, so I'm sure it's... Okay, so we have a long... It looks like the visuals are exactly the same, just a different derivative of it. Okay. General. Looks like the parameters don't change a lot. So, okay, so we got a 30 minute... Have an exit here. Okay, so let's see here. Exit here. Exit. This looks better. Wow. Okay, so we have, where's that signal? Here? I think there's more potential with this guy. Well, not really, because it's missing these ones right here. Yeah, it's missing this one as well. Okay, let's look at these ones. Exit, okay. 15 minute. Okay, got that one. Didn't get that one. Didn't get this. Oh, actually did get. Wow, okay. This looks good for 15 minutes. Look, this looks okay. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make notes here. See here on this downside, it would have caught it as long as no Ichi. Well, even if an Ichi entry along here's uh, is made, you'll still get a good run up. I should this I like, so I'm gonna make a note of this. Okay. So volatility stop 15-minute. I like that. Yeah, I like that. That looks okay. I do like that. Especially for crypto, because we know it's volatile. And you could probably say the same thing about good old see here. Okay, this worries me right here. Like it should have caught it here. Or is there a downtrend here it caught? Oh, I can see why. Yeah, I did catch it here. Yeah, see it's going through the bottoming process. The question is, okay, let me do this. Okay, so I can do an Ichi cloud. See how it looks between the two. So again, trying to program this. Oh man, I don't even want to start. Okay, so we know this. I do like this. So okay, so we have an exit here. So Ichi will process a signal here and get out. Process a signal here. It'll tell you to get out. Again here. Again here. So now it's tracking the exit here, and Ichi would get here. So this is a perfect combination. So what you could do is basically, the way I'm seeing it is still keep the Ichimoku exit, because it's, if you do get a loss, all it's doing is it's cutting, it's getting you out of a potential bad loss. So that may be still useful. But let me just compare this. Okay, so we have an entry here, and comparatively here this exit that's generated is processed better. So I guess you could build a strategy around saying still the entry on the Ichimoku. I'm looking for the exit. I do not see any Ichimoku exit. There has to be one before this entry. But oh, it's right here. Okay. So the Ichimoku still may be useful, but here, as I always said about the RSI, once it hits 70, it misses out on this guy, right? So it's just, that's the same problem with the old way of doing the Fibonacci. This signal would get missed if you're just using a Fibonacci chart or something else like RSI. Okay, I do like that. I do like this. I do like the volatility stop. So we will leave that. Okay, so let's get rid of that one as well. So now what we're going to look at is we're going to look at the two other stop studies. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's do again the other two studies. Now again, the standard edition of MotiveWave will include these, I believe. So we have percent stop loss. Let's try that. Okay. So here we go. So we have a percent. Percent identifies stop loss exit points for long exit positions. Select show index to find entry, index number are multiple of 5. Entry index may also be found for opening cursor data window. The approximate entry price is taken as a closing at the entry index. To stop for the long position, the stop is placed below the entry price and adjust upwards if the price rises. And same with the short. So here, what I'm looking at is everything that I built maybe a couple of weeks, maybe even a couple of months worth right there in front of me. And then you also get the source code to modify if you really wanted to. So here we have percent of 6. That's a long or short. Display percent. High, high, low, low. Okay, that's cool. We have here a signal or a buy. Okay. Same options. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'll just try the default first, see what happens. Okay, so we have a stop loss reached. I'm sure I can understand the visuals, but let's try 1 hour. So here's the new stop loss. Okay, so is this the entry here? And the stop loss would be applied here? No, it's got to be a wick. Confusing. You have to look at this in more detail. But I mean, what do you care if you got something that's better? I like that virtual stop loss. Okay, that looks pretty. Let's look at the other one. Elders. Okay, so we got one more. Stop loss. Elders. Safe zone stop. So this Elders Safe Zone Stop, authored by Is It Trading for a Living by Alexander Elder, designed to identify exit points for either long short positions. Optional entry points are also displayed. Oh, so this is like a whole strategy in itself. Position, long, close. So we have the indicators. So that is the lines. Show the points. SZ short, moving average. Signal, I guess it's a long. Buy and sell. Look back at 5, okay. Period. So here we have our markers, exit sell. This looks interesting too. Okay, so we have an exit here. Exit. Now it said that there was a way to get entry indicators as well. Okay, let me see how we can do that. Show entries, yes. Okay, exit, stop. Is that an entry there? Yeah, that says entry. Entry here, stop there. Entry here, stop there. Ooh, entry here, exit, and no, this doesn't, it's not reliable. Where's there an entry? Is there an entry along here? Entry, entry, entry. Ooh. No, I gotta tell you, I don't like the looks of this. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking for entries. The exit might be okay, but I think the best one, most reliable ones, the right way to put it, is definitely that volatility. Come on, delete. Yes. Okay, let's go back to the other one. I'll leave it at that. So the ATR, I don't know. I'm not. Volatility stops. I like the looks of this. This followed by Wells is designed to identify exit points for either long or short position. I have to say that this I like. Okay, so here I'm going to go through this again. So we have an exit here, gets it the right. Exit there, exit there. This is pretty good. Exit, exit, exit. There's going to be some false positives, but generally, this looks like it's a winner. There's another one there. Exit, exit. Like it. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Okay, so what I'll do is I'm going to make a new template. Yeah, so what I'll do is I'll take the Ichi combined with this regression channel you don't really need. But what you could do on the exit, by the look of it, we'll just get the Ichi again. Okay. See, I wouldn't be able to do this programming wise in my wildest dreams. So there we go. So we have Ichi with the entries, the markers here. And what we're going to do, I guess, is a good way to develop this is, we're going to be honest, rely on the entry for the Ichi and exit when this gets generated or the Ichi exit gets generated. Because you can see here, we have instances of the Ichi and the stop loss, or sorry, the Ichi signal for the exit also works as well. Because I'm getting a lot of these in my scripts or in my logs, so that tells you it's preventing further loss on that position. So I'm not going to really worry about it. But what I do want to see is big run up positions. But here you see you have an Ichi here, you have an Ichi exit there. Or signal. So this I have to say, this looks like a pretty good. So you could add this guy as insurance. See here, I mean, look at this. You have an Ichi here. This one would get you out, and look what happens. Boom. This one with the Ichi exit here would get you out a little later than this new exit signal. But it's still going to get you out of this potential massive drop. So, key here is I'm not going to pay any attention to win-loss ratio anymore with this, because when you go through these kind of charts on the 15-minute, you can quite clearly see there is a signal for it, but it's getting you out of the trade. But what you're really reliant on is to get the really nice run-ups. First of all, let me just say this. We generally wouldn't want to trade in this because it's not a big performer for us. But when you get the recent run-up of 16%, let me just show you here on the hourly. That's when you trade these things. So generally, you're not going to want to be in a range bound chart, anyways. So these will do pretty good. Okay. So that, I have to say, looks pretty good. So here we are with the chart, with the watch list. Okay, let me get out. But that combination I like. Okay, so let's stop this video and do another one. Thanks for watching, if you're out there still.